I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers, and this is This Week
in Recruiting.
This Week in Recruiting. This is the energy we need because Pickle ain't giving us anything.
What?
With Greg Powers next.
How am I supposed to top that?
Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScoutFlow, Next Level Athlete on Twitter, Next Level D1. He has fine work on TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And, of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends at Chicken Express. Chicken Express.
Oh, that'd be a smart move for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And they do. I've never done a bulk order from them.
I have.
But I know
It's
they've
fantastic.
got the family.
Oh, yeah. The
whatever.
family packs are great.
The family packs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a bunch of chicken, Chicken Express.
Yeah.
We do Chicken Express for family gatherings quite often.
Do
Well,
ya?
that's the
Yeah.
other thing, too, that's good. Like, the chicken tenders are still good, like, even if they get cold. Or you can reheat them and they're still good. There aren't many things in, like, the Super Bowl you want stuff that you can continue to eat on the whole time, and that's perfect. Because if you want it cold.
That's a good point, Pickle. And it's a good copy point that we don't have here on our read. But that is something that, I mean, let's be real. You go to Chicken Express, you're getting your food pretty quick, right? Some might call it fast food, but most fast food, if it gets cold, done.
It's
Might
trash.
as well throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? That's a great thing to say about Chicken Express, too. It's a partner that actually doesn't need to send us any copy because it's all straight. Whatever we say
Exactly right.
about Chicken
It's
Express
from
is
the heart.
straight from the heart.
They've never sent us a copy point. We just could go on here. It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers of Next Level Athlete. A lot to get to here on this week's show. Let's start first with our Recruit of the Week. Is that right? No, Prospect on the Rise. Prospect on the Rise. Prospect on the Rise.
He's still thinking about chicken.
I am. Let's go down to Austin. Here's a man who probably has eaten a lot of chicken in his life. Austin Vandergrift, 2023 offensive tackle, Ian Reed. 6'6", 290, all 6'6", 290 of Ian Reed. And he is starting to become one of the hottest prospects in the state of Texas. He now has 13 offers. Got an offer this week from Cal. He's already got offers in-state from places like North Texas, TCU, Texas Tech, UTSA, et cetera, et cetera. This kid is not showing any signs of slowing down, and the measurables are one thing, but the film's another.
Yeah, and this is one of those ones that I missed in the DCTF Rising magazine in the top 100. He's like a top 100 lock, going to be considered for 4-star status. And man, this 2023 class in-state is so deep. I mean, it is really, really good top to bottom. Those top 100 spots this year are going to be fiercely competitive. Because I was looking at the list, when I saw that he wasn't a guy that we had on that top 100. Didn't know about him in October, but found out about him now. Who would you move out?
Yeah.
To put him in? I have no – all the people who are in that top 100 list are all very deserving. So this is going to be a really tough – this is going to be a tough year. I mean, up the street at Lake Travis, Colton Vasek wasn't in that top 100 list yet.
Right.
And there are guys like that who are done deals. And this is a very talented O-line.
Let me ask you a question. As we're kind of transitioning to Class of 2022, the book is closing. It's not closed, but the book is closing. We're on the final chapter of Class 2022. We're going to focus more on the Class 2023 kind of moving forward. My question for you, is it fair to say that the Class of 2022 was maybe a little bit more top-heavy, but the Class of 2023 maybe is a little bit deeper than the one that came forward?
You know what? I'm going to say this. 2023 is better at both.
Interesting.
2023 is better at the top, and it's deeper. That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's what I think, especially with the Quinn Ewers reclassification. I think that was a major factor with that class, and there were some really good players in that class. That top 10 is really nice, That's a great question because
Thanks.
I think I would take 5 through 10 in 2022, but I might take 1 through 5 in 2023.
Interesting. So maybe at the very, very, very top, 2022 has the superior class, but
collectively
expand it a little bit more,
right.
and you would start the more you expand it, the more you go with 2023. That's interesting.
Because Harold Perkins was a 4-star, and I think he was number 6. He's a 5-star player.
Yeah,
right.
for
That
sure.
makes sense.
I think Cam Dewberry at number 9
is a 5-star player.
Connor Wigman at number 10.
Yeah.
Those guys were all seriously considered for 5-star status. So I think if
the depth.
they reclassified, those guys would be maybe 4 and 5 on this list.
Well,
We'll see.
Ian Reed, the Austin Vandegrift offensive tackle out of the Central Texas area 2023, is going to add to that depth. You heard it here first, for sure, a top 100 kid. Let's go to our commit of the week. Our commit of the week, we're going to Denton County, to Flower Mound Marcus, to talk about their 2023 wide receiver, Ashton Cozart, who had offers from places like Alabama, Florida, Texas A&M. He's the number 14 prospect in the DCTF Hot 100 on TexasFootball.com/recruiting, and he is committed to Oklahoma as Brent Venables brings in a big-time, the number 5 ranked wide receiver in the state.
Boomer Sooner is making back-to-back appearances on this list. They landed Jackson Arnold last week. Follow that up with a commitment for a top-tier target for him in the passing game, and Ashton Cozart, who really, after moving here from the state of Washington 2 years ago, had his breakout season on the field in 2021. Mm-hmm. He was the go-to guy for, talented 2024 quarterback Cole Welliver in that Marcus offense, and started to put up the type of numbers that it, signifies his offer list. I think he has over 30 scholarship offers, or around that many. So he had a lot of the top tier schools in the nation chasing his signature. So he's issued a verbal commitment to Oklahoma, and I think, even dating back to the time Cozart was our first 2023 prospect that we featured an interview with on this program.
How about that?
So even dating back to that time, OU had not offered him yet, but if you went back and listened to that interview, I think that you could deduce that if Oklahoma did offer, that they would be the favorite.
So what you're saying is that we should refer to, and I think everybody, I think it would be wise for the entire media to refer to him as Texas Football Today's own Ashton Cozart.
Nice.
I think you're pushing it.
I think he's been on the show.
That's fair.
Right?
He has.
That's plain and
the
simple.
First 2023 prospect we interviewed.
Ashton Cozart,
live.
Bun B, right? That's kind of the same thing. We're talking this week in recruiting with Greg Powers, Next Level Athlete, here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. Let's go to our underclassman of the week. Our underclassman of the week is Denison 2024 safety Kenyon Kelly, who has picked up a pair of Power 5 offers, his first Power 5 offers, one from Arkansas, one from Oklahoma, and a guy who already has an offer from Marshall, but he is making some noise there as a youngster up there in the Texoma region. Denison safety Kenyon Kelly, a name to know moving forward.
We're going to do a better job this year of creating DCTF profiles as we do this notebook. Mm-hmm. Instant 4-star.
Oh, wow.
Made his profile this morning. So we're going to talk about him on the show. Made him a 4-star in the class of 2024. Love his tape. This guy's going to blow up. I mean, he really gets to the football. He's long. He's active. Has all the skill sets that you're looking for in a safety prospect. And Denison is kind of loaded up. They had J.D. Price this year, actually Kenyon Kelly's cousin, who signed with Notre Dame. Zadavion Sims there is going to be a name for everybody to know, and Kenyon Kelly is now busting onto the scene in a big way, picking up an offer from Arkansas and Oklahoma. I bet you he has 10 offers in 2 weeks.
That would not be a surprise. He is a guy who the tape really jumps, and he can play a little bit of everything out there. So Kenyon Kelly's got offers from Arkansas, Oklahoma, more to follow. Let's round it all out with our Recruit of the Week. Our Recruit of the Week, staying in the DFW Metro, well, moving south of DFW Metroplex, talk about Mansfield safety Brendan Jordan, a rising senior. He has announced his top 3 of Arizona, Arkansas, and Texas Tech. The DCT, he's a 3-star. He's going to, by the time we talk next, he will have committed. I know you're not necessarily in the prediction game, but
one.
Oh, really? Okay, well, here we go.
Let's go with
flex on him.
The fighting Joey McGuire's.
Okay.
And Red Raider Land. That's who I'm going with for Brendan Jordan right now. I think it makes a lot of sense. A lot of good ties in the area for Coach McGuire and his staff there. I'm sure that he's being recruited heavily by former Arlington Bowie head coach Kenny Perry. Mansfield's not too far away from there. I just think it's a perfect storm there in Lubbock for Brendan Jordan. We'll see. Arkansas may have something to say about that, but I think I like the Red Raiders in this one.
Interesting. But this is a guy here in the DFW Metroplex who made a little bit of noise for the Tigers this past year. And he's listed as a DCTF 3-star. There's I know a 24/7 has him as a 4-star. He's a guy who is got a lot of offers, 11 offers out there, but he's narrowed it down to these 3. I think what's going to be really interesting about a kid like this, he does feel like he feels like one of those versatile defensive backs where you can kind of put him a little bit of anywhere. He's probably what I appreciate about watching his film is that he can cover, and there's no doubt about that. But if you need him to step up and run support, he is a willing, able, and fierce tackler in the box.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Brandon Joseph. Was he College Station? I think that went to Northwestern, transferred now to Notre Dame. Reminds me a little bit of him, and this is just another one of those guys. You mentioned 247 Sports on 3 Sports both have him as a 4-star guy. This is like the perfect shining example of when we're talking about this class depth, is that he is that type of talent. You know, will he finish within the top 50 within DCTF to be a 4-star guy? He's not in that top 50 right now, but he's certainly talented enough that he should be in the discussion.
A guy who's always in the discussion for our top 50. It's Greg Powers, Next Level Athlete. Follow him on Twitter, GPowerScout. Follow Next Level Athlete on Twitter. Next Level D1. See his fine work at texasfootball.com/recruiting.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on texasfootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to texasfootball.com/subscribe.